Hello Taurus friends, I'm Annie Botticelli and welcome to my Taurus August 2021 Astrology Must Knows. Definitely go to anniehelpsyou.com to see my long list of free goodies that I have for you each month to support your development and your use of the astrology to live your best life. If you'd like to be an astrologer as your profession or add it to work you already do, or just learn it to help yourself and your family and friends, you will love my Becoming a Professional Astrologer Mastery course, which you can see at lumelife.com. LUME life.com. I also have free courses on my school there that you can check out. So what's going on this month? We've got lots of must-knows to talk about the things to celebrate and the things to watch out for. You can best use this video by knowing that this is for you not only if Taurus is your sun sign, but also if Taurus is your moon or rising or Mercury or Venus or Mars. We've got all of these different layers to our experience and they're all true at the same time. So however deep you want to go, the information is available for you. And if you have Taurus placements, this video is for you. If you're a late degree placement, so if your birthday, especially the later part of the late degree, if your birthday is around May 15th through the rest of the sign, or like 24 degrees through the rest of the sign, then I highly recommend you also watch my Gemini videos, because your read is more complex and both the Taurus and Gemini videos will have resources for you. Okay, so the first major must know is that we are right smack in the middle of this beautiful flow of open stars that started around July 7th and goes until around September 7th. That's because we're free from Mercury, Venus, Mars retrograde, and that means it's a time for action and forward movement. This in contrast to, think back to the latter part of May, all of June, where there was confusion, difficulty planning, communication breakdowns, vehicle or things in your house breaking down, not being able to plan a couple of steps ahead. But most of July and now definitely in August, we're in a time where you have more clarity, things can be activated, and this is a wonderful, wonderful month for major decisions, engagements, weddings, parties, large purchases, contracts, plans, investments, planning for the future, anything that requires big launches, taking your creative baby out to the industry. All of those types of things are very well supported at this time for the reasons of the personal planets not being in retrograde, and also because we're free from the outer planet clash. Okay, we're not ever going to be free completely from Saturn square Uranus in 2021, and you can look for Annie Botticelli's Saturn square Uranus to see more about that big aspect that's overshadowing our whole year. But we're not in a month where the actual connection is super tight, and so that means we're a little bit lighter in August from that, and also we're out of eclipse season. So May, June, and July were super intense with life-changing events and circumstances from those eclipses, and now things are dying a little bit down into the backdrop, and the big changes that occurred are coming more into a normalcy. You're getting used to the changes in the month of August, so it's a little bit lighter in that way as well. Another major must know is that we have Uranus trines all throughout this month and into the beginning of September. So we've got 4 in all in that time frame, and Uranus is the planet of surprises, things that come out of the blue, sudden insights, like lightning strike. And when it's in the configuration of a trine, which is the most favorable aspect in all of astrology, that means happy surprises, groundbreaking insights, and brilliant elucidations can come in. And that can happen for anyone in the zodiac at any time. But there is special yumminess for the earth signs because this aspect is happening in earth. So it's making a grand trine with your placements, or actually a grand trine. It's making a trine with your placements or a conjunction with your placements between the Virgo and the Taurus. So those are, very, very intensely positive energies. So we'll talk about who might feel that more in a second. I just want to give you the dates here. Now, do know that the dates I'm going to give you for these trines also have a window around them of the days before and the days after where the manifestations can come, or if you're using the aspect to purposely do a launch or do something, the energy is felt in the days around these dates. Also know that I'm going to give you some beautiful dates here, but if you want to have a list of all the sweet dates, all the salty dates, what they are, what you can expect from them delivered into your inbox 1 month early, then definitely sign up for my free email newsletter at anniehelpsyou.com. Okay, so Uranus will trine Venus on August 2nd and 3rd. These Uranus trines are very much about material things gelling and this particular one, romance, partnership and money coming together in wonderful ways, is very much in order to be in sync with the energies. Because Uranus is in Taurus and Taurus rules Venus, all of the aspects can help your money and your financial situation, but especially this one with Venus here. Okay, so the days are on the 2nd and the 3rd. Mercury will make the trine the 19th and 20th of August. Mars will make the trine the 21st and 22nd, and then we've got the Sun trine into the first week of September. Okay, so now, like I said, everyone in the zodiac has a chance to get sweetness from this aspect, and everyone who is an earth sign has extra chance for sweetness. And then if we drill down even more, those of you closest to 14 degrees are going to feel this most personally. So that's basically April 30th or so, birthdays until around May 9th or 10th. The closer to May 4th, the more intense. If you're watching for your degrees, it's going to be 9 through 19 degrees, and the closer to 14 degrees, the most intense. Okay, so the way that this works is kind of like if you use, I'm going to use the analogy of a butterfly. Let's say a butterfly is outside in your yard, and that you can see it and you can enjoy it. That's like a nice aspect happening out there. Okay, but when it drills down into your personal experience, it's like the butterfly lands on you, or you get a really nice picture of it because it's super close. The experiences that are happening out there become more personal and more intense the closer those mathematical numbers drill right in. They create this nice line, a highway, right to your personal experience. So those of you in that April 30th to May 9th or 10th, or 9 to 19 degrees, especially close to 14, have more of a chance for the butterfly to land on you. Okay, so those dates, the 21st and 22nd of the Mars trine, there's something else significant happening on that day that we want to celebrate as a must know. And that's the blue moon, the full moon in Aquarius. Okay, so a full moon is when, a blue moon is when there's a second full moon in a sign or in a calendar month. So we've got the blue moon in Aquarius on August 21st, or the days around there, depending on your time zone. We also feel those days before and after. So exciting developments along the Aquarian fronts. We'll talk more about what the Aquarian fronts look like in a minute. But first I want to talk about where this is going to happen for you. So this is accentuating your 10th house of career and work. Okay, and this is true for all Taurus placements, because regardless of whether you're early, middle, or late degree placements, your 10th house is ruled by Aquarius. So this is going to happen for all of you in the 10th house. Work, career, employment, business advancement, recognition, anything having to do with father figures helping you or you helping them, something notable there. And if you're a person who doesn't need to work or doesn't need to earn money and that's not your factor there, then this can be something, you putting something out into the world regardless of the financial implications of it. You living your purpose, you doing something out in the world. So if you're retired and you've got something, a book you want to write, or you want to volunteer, or you want to do something, those energies are also accentuated for you. So everyone will also have the possibilities of manifestations along the Aquarius front, and that's because the aspect is actually in Aquarius. Okay, so that means networking, social media, anything having to do with humanitarian efforts or community-based efforts, or finding your tribe, people that speak your language, that understand you, you being a part of something, feeling a part of something greater. All of those things are part of this full moon, blue moon, rare opportunities and magical transformations that can come. Everybody knows the saying, once in a blue moon. So those types of energies are present at this time. Now, while it's true that there might be more intensity, like as far as water being where it's not supposed to be, there are more chances that positive things can come from it, even if it's a difficulty. So like, let's say a pipe bursts in your house, but then you get to have a whole new kitchen, which you wanted anyway, and now insurance pays for it. So it's that kind of thing. So if some drama or fullness from the full moon causes an effect that's difficult, the fact that the Mars trine is going to be happening at this time as well enhances the chance. I remember I had one time a hurricane blew part of my roof off of my house and that was pretty intense, but I needed a new roof anyway. And I also got some other things in the house that I had wanted. So it was not fun to have the hurricane, have it raining in the house when it happened. That was pretty intense, but I'm sure there was probably a trine that was going on around that time or something like that because of those positive effects. So that's just an example of, some rare opportunities and magical transformation of something that could be a challenge into something sweet. And it doesn't even mean there has to be challenges. Sweetness can just come without the difficulty, but I'm just saying that, there's more of a chance for a positive outcome. Another major must know for Taurus is that we've got strong energies continuing in Leo, and this means a bunch of different things, so let's just break this down as well. The first thing is that Leo is accentuating your home and family sector. So that means you've got home and family, housing, real estate, all of that in the focus in July and continued into August. Okay, and that could be for better or worse. That can be you finding the perfect house, you having to make decisions about housing or real estate, things involving bringing your home, work, your work home rather, or starting a home-based business or a house or real estate-based business, Airbnb, things like that, where home and work mix in some way, or just things having to do with your family. They're being accentuated. Now, pride and egos can flare with all the Leo energy, but also solutions can come and, and definitely creativity. You might be inspired to do wonderful things, landscaping, home improvements, and all of those things are very well supported at this time. Also, the Leo energy in general can bring a focus on kids and creativity and romance and true love and your bucket list, things you've always wanted to do, you might find are showing up, and you might find new passions and new hobbies and new things that are fun for you. And the way to help this exploratory process is to take some classes or read some books on topics that are things that you, quote, always wanted to do. Okay, so if there's something that you've been like, wow, I always wanted to take a dance lesson, or I always wanted to learn a language, or I always wanted to do this, this would be a great time, July and August, actually, for testing out some of these things, because you might find something that you really love. And even if there's something that you're curious about, that you're not sure about, the exploration into it might help you to find a new passion, one that you can actually eventually turn into an income as well, and it might be a new line of work. It's that possibility. Okay, so the strong Virgo energies are also accentuating this fifth house, which is the Leo house. So all the things that I just mentioned about Leo are getting more energy because Virgo is moving through there. And because Virgo brings great powers of concentration, and because Virgo trines your placement, this also increases the odds that something you are excited about can be turned into your work, or that you get really serious about a hobby, or that you get really focused on some things for your kids. You might find that this is going to coincide with back to school time, so you might be getting things really organized for the new school year, or you might become a student or a teacher for that matter. And so the discipline combined with creativity, like adding discipline to your creativity, there's a lot of strong energy there. So there might be something that you're good at, but you've never taken the time to develop, and now could be a time where you put some focus into developing your craft or something that you enjoy. Okay, and in general, it's fantastic for reorganizing your house and getting good systems in place. And you are going to get kisses from all of these Virgo placements. There's a ton of energy in Virgo now and going into September, and every placement that moves through Virgo gives a kiss to your Taurus placement, which means, again, material things, tangible, substantial things, money, organization, tasks that you have to do, getting systems in place that facilitate being able to work less and have things be more productive. Okay, so a couple of additional must-knows. We do have more salty aspects than sweet ones this month, and you will feel that as nuisance things that come up and little obstacles and minor interruptions to progress along the way. But these are kinds of things that tend to pass quickly unless you have something of a major outer planet, aspect that's affecting you in a very heavy or long-term way, because that could supersede this. In general, it's just little bumps of things that will pass quickly, and chance for you to activate your superhero self, which is what I always call when there's a challenging aspect. You have a chance to dig deep within yourself, break patterns, and be your best self. Okay, so Jupiter is still retrograde, so some things that were zooming forward in the earlier part of the year might have started to die down mid-year. And if that happened, don't worry, there's probably a pretty good chance that come October it's going to rage forward again. So if there's anything that kind of died down that you're feeling worried or antsy about and not sure if it's going to work out, there might be purpose in it not working out just now. For instance, if you're working on a publishing project or an immigration project or a long distance travel plan or move or something like that, and it's seeming like it's died off, Jupiter's working in the backdrop on making that happen for you. Don't worry about it. Get the other things done that you're not going to have time to do when that project comes back around again. That's a big must know for now. Something else notable is that Jupiter is back in Aquarius, and so it will spend time for almost the rest of the year in Aquarius. So you definitely want to watch my Jupiter in Aquarius for Taurus video, because that outlines all of the things that you need to know about what Jupiter's trying to do and the opportunities that are coming from Jupiter for you this whole year. So you can search for Jupiter in Aquarius for Taurus organically, and my name, Annie Botticelli, or you can just look on Annie Botticelli, my homepage, and see the Jupiter playlist to get more details about how the Great Benefic is working to improve things in your life. If you want even more details about how the current and upcoming astrology may affect you personally and how you can make the most of the opportunities, your first one-hit stop is to go to anniehelpsyou.com. Right there on the front page, you can sign up for my free email newsletter. You will also see a list of all of the other free things that I have for you each month, and you can interface with them through that one organized section. When you sign up for my free email newsletter, you get many wonderful bonuses, including a monthly write-up 1 month ahead delivered into your inbox of all of the notable aspects of the month, what you can expect from them, and the sweet and salty dates, and a general write-up of the points to note as the astrology must knows. You definitely want to go to lumelife.com, L-U-M-E life.com. That's my school, Luminous Life Multiversity, and check out the free courses that I have there. And I also have paid courses. And if you think I put a lot into my free resources, you should see the depth and complexity of my paid courses. If you would like to be an astrologer as your trade, be a professional astrologer, add astrology to any of your other work offerings, or just do astrology in a deeper way for your friends and family, for your own self-development, then you will love my Becoming a Professional Astrologer Mastery course. This is a mega course that will equip you to do whatever you'd like to do with astrology. So I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next month. Bye.